Alright guys, what's up? We have a general overview. I already got experience with it. I've already mentioned it in my other video, with the Edge video. I'm going to be honest with you guys who don't, if you don't want to watch the full video, do I recommend this? Once again, I don't really care for it, okay? It has this ultra light cut, which I'm not a big fan of. The only thing I was actually ever interested in was the loading nozzle, but man, our experience hasn't been good. Now I'm talking about me and my friends, my customers, whatever. We have six to seven. I don't know. Maybe it's from either 5 to 6, 7 loading nozzles we have broken already, and these aren't exactly cheap. I have some gripes with them too. I don't like the window. I like what they did here on the left and right. That's the biggest difference. I'll show you guys. But if you like this ultra light cut, I don't understand why you would buy this when the Edge is the ultra light Edge one is going to be lighter. It's 16.9. This is quite heavy actually. And then on top of that, we don't even know if this is 7075 or 6061. Like, they don't have it listed anywhere. It's actually really confusing. I would think now with competitors, you want to at least let people know what they're buying if it's 6061 or 775, but it's 20.4 with the screw. It's 21.2. So I once again, if you like this kind of cut and it's right up your alley, I don't understand why you would buy this. Just buy the Edge one. Then if you like the loading nozzle and maybe you're lucky, buy the loading nozzle separate. You want the lightest possible, and the Edge one is 7075. Like, we know it's 7075. They say it is. I guess we'd have to really check it to make sure they're true to the word. But I imagine they wouldn't lie at this point. All right, so it comes with the loading nozzle, bunch of buffers, short stroke kit right here, and then the return spring, which is an enhanced one. It's a 140. And I'm gonna show it to you guys on my aluminum slide, because I had a guy who kind of made a comment. I didn't really like how he said it. He's like, surprising that you had an issue. Guys, the fact is, this cut changes how your gun has to be built. Your slide matters. That's why I was talking about in another video. I was talking about, my plastic is the plastic slide and plastic rear sight. So if you're using a stronger recoil spring, yeah, it's gonna have issues. I'm gonna show to you right now that I can get this aluminum slide to fail. Now, he said he used a 120 recoil spring. I'm assuming he's talking about the AIP. And the funny thing is, if you're talking about the AIP, this is the AIP 140 and the AIP 120. This is not it. The AIP 120 I actually have right now is actually much shorter, and it's obviously weaker. So, like, those are things you factor in. Then he said he was using 7 UAC. We're going to use the AIP. We're just going to use that, alright? And I'm just going to show you that I can get it to work and I can get it to fail. So, I'm addressing that because I don't want people to read that and think, maybe it's meant for aluminum slides. No, guys, it doesn't matter what your system is. Your system, okay, I'm sorry, I was trying to say, it matters what your system is. Because if you're running like a light slide and you're running a high recoil spring, you're going to have issues. If you're running a very light aluminum slide and you're running a 120 and maybe the USC buffers like that guy is saying, maybe he's going to do fine. But I promise you, if he puts in a high recoil spring or he changes something in there, he might have some issues. That's what I'm going to show you. That's one thing. That's why I don't always take like, when people tell me stuff about products, like you take it with a grain of salt, because not everyone is honest, or they're not experienced, or they don't have the skills, or they don't try everything, or maybe they don't have all parts. Like, guys, I have been doing this for like 10, 15 years, easy. I've done everything. I've learned everything the hard way. I'm an idiot, but I keep on learning. That's what I always try to do. So it's hard to take a lot of people's, hey, this doesn't work, or this works. How come I'm getting to work and you're not getting to work? Is most of this is bullshit. All right. The reason why I trust my customers is because guess what? I built the pistols too, and like I know them. You know, they're good friends of mine. So it's not like I'm getting the information from like some no-name anonymous person. All right. This setup should work just fine. We'll see if it does. All right. Now this is a weak recoil spring. Obviously mine isn't a nano. Cause he said he had a nano, 127 buffers. I feel like this is pretty crazy. This is insane. Now what this loading nozzle does, it basically stops it from going any further than this. Whereas traditional loading nozzles will go all the way out. The problem is, I think for us, either A, we got a bad batch, material, molding, whatever. It's just, with these two new designs on the loading nozzle, I feel like it's creating new contact points, and it's just creating a fracture because all are almost breaking in the same area. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting mine in my full auto gun. I have two of them. You just got to buy an extra backup, and I'm just going to run it. And when it breaks, if it does break, I'm going to just update on Instagram. And quite honestly, that's enough for me. Between me and my customers, and these aren't really exactly that cheap. I've had to just go buy a guard loading nozzle for 24 bucks, and I know they work for me. Right? They last long. All right, these not so long. So let's shoot it. I'm just gonna dry fire it, and then I'm just gonna show you how to fail it. Okay, I'm just gonna put in a AIP 140, just like my other video, because that that comment was a little annoying. Because when I saw that comment, I was like, okay, this guy obviously. He isn't, showing the full picture, or he hasn't experimented. Okay, that's fine. Works, right, guys? Watch this. I'm just going to change the recoil spring. Same thing. I don't waste everyone's time because I'm doing the same thing I did in the last video, but this time with aluminum slide and way more short stroke. Now, I like the loading nozzle design. I think it's cool. I think it's something new. It's just right now for me is just we got a sour taste in our mouth because we've broken a good amount of them. And like these builds are not me pushing it to the max. We're not running this ultra light version. Okay, we're running. You can use this loading nozzle in any blowback unit. We're not doing anything crazy. You guys know me. I'd like to say it's not being cocky, but I'm a very good builder. I know what I'm doing. And it's just, I think it's really just, shit, why did I take it apart? God damn it. I was going to show you guys the loading nozzle, but I need to fail it to prove that other guy. So I don't want people getting let off by that guy the wrong way. So the thing is, guys, if you guys think or plan on buying this, depending on what your slide is and all that stuff, just make sure you have, I would probably say the biggest thing is since they give you the short stroke, you can kind of tune it with that. You can figure out what works for your system, but make sure you have strong recoil spring and light recoil springs. Okay. The other thing too that he didn't even mention is what gas system is he using. Because if you're using propane, that's a lot stronger. If you're using what's it called? What's up? Oh, I'm actually doing video for YouTube. My brother, guys. But that's alright. We're gonna be done anyway soon. God damn, I didn't put the I need to put the AIP in here. Okay, so you guys saw I was shooting fine, no problem. And that's the cool thing about the loading nozzle. It doesn't go that far, so you can actually feed it. It's really good when it works. My only other complaint is I don't like the window. The window is kind of a little small. Right, all we did was just we went from a weak recoil spring to a strong one. Okay. Okay. I hope that's enough to prove to you guys. That's all I did. I went from a stronger recoil spring, from a weaker one to a stronger recoil, and now I got problems. So I just don't want you guys to be misled by that comment. he's running a 120, which is weaker and it's shorter. So maybe that's why he's able to work, get it to work. And you saw that I'm able to get it to work with a lot of short stroke. I mean, this is insane. Look, that's all it goes to. You know, that's enough to feed it. That's more. That's probably that is more than 7 UAC. So it works just fine. But I'm using a weak recoil spring. You have to understand what it does. Once again, it's not bad. It works. If you like this style of cut and that's your thing, no problem. Cool. I just don't know why you would buy it if you could get a lighter one, the Edge. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope that you guys understand now. You've seen it on plastic and metal. I can replicate the issues on both plastic and metal. So it's not. I was trying to say how to say it. It doesn't matter where it is, but it really does. But I'm just saying the blowback unit is what matters. If you got the standard cut or the ultralight cut, it will do it. If you put in the wrong combination of stuff, and that's like I think that guy was trying to say like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Now you gotta be quiet because I got it shown on both. Alright, I'll see you guys around and take it easy.